All right, good afternoon, everybody. We are welcome to the business meeting today, the 31st July 2024 from the JRCCA World American Corner. Kojo to say Zang Tabita Metam Bengui Momo Division Northwest Region of Cameroon, Africa, in partnership with the Malaluka Sport for JRCCA Guest House, beloved communities in Cameroon and Africa in support of Pajon indigenous bees farmers from Zone 1 through 5 and affiliates. Our agenda for the business meeting is clearly on the board. And let me make sure that we have this screen that is eligible to everybody from far and wide. And please indicate if you can see, or I need to increase the size of this. If you can see me from Cameroon, you can see me from Monrovia, indicate if you can see the screen, if I need to adjust the screen.
It's fine, I can see this.
Okay, you can see from Cameroon. Okay,
All right.
Beautiful. So there are two things we're going to be looking at. Monrovia, could you see?
Yes.
Okay, beautiful. So let me just make sure that these two I open up so we can proceed. And one of those, that's the agenda right there. And we have one more that we need to be looking at simultaneously. The screen from the board meeting. Let's see if we can see that screen from the board meeting. Okay, so we will use those two screens simultaneously. Okay, let's see. This is the board meeting report. Okay, could you see the second element that has been posted? The board meeting?
Yes, we are seeing it, but it's small.
Okay, it's small. Let's see if we can adjust this so it could be wider. Okay, that's one of those materials that we'll be looking at. Let me see if we can increase the size. Otherwise, what we want to look at closely. But anyway, let's go back to our agenda, business agenda right there. Okay, today's business agenda is pretty much laid out as a follow-up to what we discussed yesterday, and we came up with the motion. Of course, I need somebody to declare this agenda or move this agenda. Second. All in favor say aye.
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 Are there any objections?
There's no objection.
No objections. Our business agenda is approved. Matter of protocol and in-house keeping, our business will last for 30 minutes. Business meeting will last for 30 minutes. Our focus will be on this motion for today, and also update from the Rotary Club today. So before then, let me go ahead and basically go over this motion. The motion that was submitted yesterday was as follows. Money was recovered from the Vice President Jethro to be used for the upcoming workshop organized by Edith and President at the guest house. And we recommended that Jethro and his team will work together with the ED and the team on the ground so that this will become a joint effort, and that money will go into a part of the budget for this workshop that will turn to bring all of them together. And we expect that the SMART goal and action step will be put together as a combined one, and the motion is submitted as follows. That money will be used to fund part of the bigger launching of that workshop at the world headquarters. Edith and the team will be able to put that together. So that's what we deliberated yesterday, and it needed to be completed in writing. So I'm going to add that information as is being submitted. So the details, the details, hold on, this is not moving. The details will be submitted by the team for approval so they can execute this project. So we also mentioned that this is an example where we utilize our resources judiciously, taking one stone and knocking out two birds. The combined effort would help us judiciously utilize our resources, our financial resources, and then two, we also, that's motion number two, was that we recognize the fact that our new HRD MOD was not following the policies and the procedure in terms of training and execution. She was given a second and third time to live up to the expectation within the next 5 business days. Failure to comply, we will have to let her go. And we equally thank her for her service. So those were the two motions that we deliberated on yesterday, and full details of these motions are expected. Number one, the first motion, full details are expected, full details are expected from the president, vice president, that's Jethro, ED, Edith, and team. All right. So those were the motions, the two motions. Did I leave up any one of the motions? Because there were two that came up, and I recognize that. Did I leave any other motion? So I need to know from those who were present yesterday. Is it all the motions that we discussed yesterday or not?
Yes.
No, we have one that we deliberated. This is the CEO Pro. Yes, we deliberated about the farming launch at Bingila.
Okay, because the reason that is not a motion is because The farm project in Bengola was a long time motion that was already passed and needed execution. So that's not a motion, because a motion can only be brought once. Then you can do updates. So it was up to the BHO to continue with that motion. It's already been approved. We cannot reinstitute a motion. So just for your information, we just needed that the go ahead and execute. It was already approved. That's what it means by motion. If it's already approved, all we need to execute.
Okay, Mr. Chairman.
Yep.
Understood.
Yep. So I know that you were, by then you were still out in the USA, and you were not privy, and that's one of the defective things that we are talking about, that the people at the BHO should have informed you and all that, but that's not what we are discussing anymore, because you got a full handle on it. So, but these are the motions that we are required to deliberate on, and yesterday, and we did, and we need to vote these motions today. Anyone that was present, did we miss out anything?
It's okay.
Okay, all right. So we will now go ahead and proceed with these motions as it is. Are there any further discussions on these motions?
No.
All right, okay, no further discussion. Now we read the motion. Motion, money recovered from the VP JETRO to be used for the upcoming workshop organized by Edith and the president at the guest house, World Headquarters. The combined effort would help us judiciously utilize our resources. Full details are expected from the president, VP, ED, Edith, and the team. We expect this information. We got to put a timeline. Timeline is what? Next business meeting, they will be presenting next SNT. Is that reasonable to expect that? Or in the next 72 hours? Next SNT, that will be next Tuesday. All right. Any addition? All right, if there are no addition, we move on to the voting. Okay, we heard this yesterday and we got this, and it's time to vote. All in favor say aye.
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 Are there any objections?
No,
There's no
objection.
No objections.
Approved? Okay, number 2. We recognize the fact that our new HRD was not following the policies and procedure in terms of training and execution. That's the core of the matter. She was given a second and third time, or third chance. To live up to the expectations within the next 5 business days. Failure to comply, we will have to let her go. We equally will be thanking her for her services. We had good communication, good counseling yesterday, and all effort inputs was laid out. Are there any further discussions on this?
No discussion.
No discussion?
Yes.
All
Yes, please, Chairman.
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you, Chairman. Good evening to honorable members. For me, in the case of HR, I would like us to, I don't know who is closer, like a woman. You find out what are her challenges and why is she putting that behavior? Because before she came to the office, there were some people there. So I don't know whether she has been intimidated or whatever. I don't know what is happening there. So let us talk to her one-on-one. Then we'll see her side of story, then we can do something about it. That is my opinion. Thank you, Chairman.
Okay, that opinion is fully incorporated into the motion, which means that the process in how to determine and come out with a successful outcome is that individuals in the organizations are given, individuals in the organizations are given what is called due process. Due process. Due process means that, what is due process? Anyone who observe, in other words, observe, see something going wrong in the organization is required to fill out what is called JRCCA complaint
Form.
That's true. That's true.
Okay, so we are now going to extend that to her. The reason we're doing that is because we want to make sure that everybody is practical in what he or she does. And that's the only way that we're going to make this organization better. If you see something, say something. And the way you say it is equally important. The way you say it in this organization is fill out a complaint form. And once you fill out a complaint form, it will be adjudicated. Other than that, we will not tolerate emotional behavior in the organization. Emotional behavior meaning that assuming stuff, not doing stuff the way that will be scientifically and objectively proven will definitely not be the way that we are going. Therefore, we are taking the advice from the Global Women Empowerment to have our HRD office manager Inda to file a complaint form if she has observed something that is bothering her. And once that is filled out, that's the way we're going to proceed. Any objection to that? Women empowerment.
Thank you. That's okay. Thank you so much.
And
yes,
we request that the president continue to post these forms. This is a transparent and open organization, and this is applicable to everybody, the president and everybody during his during the staff meeting, the president should also ensure all policies are sent out to everyone. Got it. All right, we got a reaction from Nkuluso.
Yes, good evening, everyone. This is Celestine, the CEO Pro. Yes, I thank the Women Empowerment for that question. Yeah, from the way I've been with her, close to her.
No, she did not ask. Point of order. Point of order.
Okay.
Global Women Empowerment did not ask a question. Correct me
Okay.
if I'm wrong. Was that a question? Global Women Empowerment, clarify your point.
Yeah, please. It wasn't a question. It's a concern.
It's a recommendation. It's a recommendation.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
That was a recommendation. That recommendation is part of the motion. recommendation from the Women Empowerment is included here. We accept the recommendation from our JRCCA Women Empowerment leader. Okay. All right, so that is the motion now, folks. I'm reading it and then we put it out for a vote. We recognize the fact that our new human resource office manager was not following the policies and procedures in terms of training and execution. She was given a second and third chance to live up to expectations within the next 5 business days. Failure to comply, we will have to let her go. We equally thank her for her service. We suggest that one woman in the BHO or in Cameroon talk to her one-on-one. Individuals in the organizations are given due process. Anyone who observes, sees something going wrong in the organization is required to fill out what is called a JRCA complaint form and submit. And submit to the president or the chairman. Now, this is at the higher level. During the staff meeting, the president should also ensure all policies are sent out to everyone, because we believe that there's a lot of ignorance that is really troubling people out there, especially in Cameroon, of what people do. We believe that there is total lot of ignorance, so we give people a chance to prove themselves whether they're ignorant or not. We accept the recommendation from our JRCA Women Empowerment leader. That is the motion. Do we need anything to add, subtract before we vote? Okay, silence means everything is good to go. So, go ahead.
I'll say it's okay.
Okay. Acknowledgement. All in favor say aye.
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 Are there any objections?
No objection.
Motion.
No objection.
Okay. So we've come to the end of our motions for today. The next things will be officers' brief report. So that will be a segment to our closing remarks. So I will start with the chairman's report. Chairman's report will focus on the board meeting of the Tyrone Rotary Club. Board meeting of the Tyrone Rotary Club, as you all can see. The Tyrone Rotary Club, which is a partner of our organization, is held a board meeting today at noon. And what you are seeing on the screen, on your screen, and I hope everybody is seeing the screens. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
They
sir.
were, the following were basic discussions agenda of today. And what interests us is number 1. On the board agenda for the Tyrone Rotary Club was the proposal from Giddy. Giddy proposed that the Tyrone Rotary Club sponsor the retirement event of Mr. Gideon, a 2-term past president of Tyrone Rotary Club in Georgia. Gideon has been an active member in leadership focusing on diversity. As you can see, Gideon has been a champion to the African continent in bringing those who never had the opportunity or would never have dreamed to come to the table in high places on earth. Gideon championed the Rotary extension to our indigenous people in Africa. Action step for diversity proposal for Tyrone Rotary Club and the District 6900 membership in the United States and Cameroon, Africa. Whereas the Tyrone Rotary Club, Georgia District 69 will sponsor and support its former two-term president, Gideon Teacher's retirement event from the United States Army. The event will occur or take place on November 9, 2024 in Peachtree City, Georgia. This event will help fundraise and bring awareness to the International Global Grant for Tyrone, Georgia Rotary Club for the active and honorary members in Zangtabi, Cameroon, Africa. The vision of Tyrone Rotary Club and the District 6900 is to extend the creation of hope and servitude all around the globe. The expectation is to sustain Rotary International Global Grants vision into the remote jungles and rainforests in Zangbeng, Cameroon, Africa. Action step 1 to be taken by the president of Tyrone Rotary Club, present this proposal to the Rotary Club for approval of this diversity event, which was done today, approved by the board and recommend to the General Assembly. Appoint a diversity committee to serve with the foundation chair, Gideon, to plan steps for raising funds to cover the cost of the retirement event and matching funds for the Rotary International. Contact the District 6900 Governor Gordon Owens to request his support in sharing this with all the District 69 Club. This diversity event is expected to support the Tyrone Rotary Club 6900 and International Rotary Club goal for embrace and foster diversity globally. The meeting for submitting this letter of intent has been planned for 4:30 p.m. today, the 31st of July. The president will be meeting with Gidi Tisha to send this to the district governor. We will collaborate with Celine, Prince, Linda, Shirley, Teacher, along with the team's diversity committee to make this event by reserving a table of 8 for $1,000. This commitment to support Gideon's retirement years of service to the United States Army and his commitment to the Rotary Club of Tyrone and globally can be expressed by reserving tables for this special occasion. Work with the foundation chairman, Gidi, to promote marketing campaigns in collaboration with business, non-governmental organizations, individuals for the Rotary International Grant through the John Retreat Foundation International 501c3 US-based organization. The foundation chairperson will be responsible for providing District 6 Tyrone Rotary Club with details of the retirement event, including budget, details of amount for matching the funds needed to get this global grant in Cameroon, Africa. This was made today and the board unanimously approved. The purpose of this proposal to the president of Tyrone Rotary Club is to request the Tyrone Rotary Club sponsor of the retirement. That is my report from today's chairman's report and chairman's desk. Take away from there, folks. I need everybody's reaction to that. We have to make Africa be a continent that will attract the United States, Fortune 500, to nations that deserve it, nations that have people who are willing to change. Africa should be a developed world. It should no longer be Cameroon, should no longer be Ghana, Zambia, it should be Africa. And we are starting with the affiliates. And of course, the worst thing that can happen is when good people stand by and see things not going well and don't take action. Inaction is not what we are up for. That's my report. I will now go around to everybody's input. Pretty much, we will wrap this up by calling on everyone to give their closing remarks and whatever you have to say. Let's start with Ghana.
Any.
Oh, Annie, go ahead. All right. I ask everybody to unmute their mics at this point in time, because when I call you, you step in. All right. I will start with Ghana. Closing remarks.
Thank you. Thank you, Chairman. In fact, I'm so happy about your report. I saw the pictures. You are really doing a great job. And we pray that may the Lord sustain you for you to work for Cameroon as long as Africa, and Africa will be a better place, because we really need to work hard to make Africa a comfortable place for all of us to stay in. Yeah, in my report today, this morning, we did bread rolls with my students, and I posted the pictures on the platform. In fact, I saw a lot of comments. I'm so grateful. And in conclusion, may God help us and give us the strength to able to carry on all our tasks. God bless us all.
And I will be sharing the bread as we go along. So this is what we are talking about. And we need to go to Bamenda, where folks, I ask everybody to put on unmute your phone. So when I call you, so you should be ready to go. I will call on Bamenda, Vice President in charge of the Memorial site, Chairman Jethro. Closing remarks. All right, Chairman Jethro, unmute yourself, and then when I call, everybody should unmute, unless you are not, yeah, everybody should unmute except Marstella, who's already spoken. So when I call you, Chairman Jethro, your turn is up. We gotta move on.
Can you get me?
Okay, go ahead, we can hear you. All right, we will.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Chairman. I'm the vice president of the memorial site of JRCC Training Center, American Corner. Yeah. Following what you said, the assignment, as you have said, because as you said, the vice president of memorial site, the ET, and the zonal director, we are supposed to meet either on field or able to come out with the what you have asked us to meet and decide or come out with. That's what I think we can do then. Over, Chairman.
All right, thank you for your closing remarks. Even though it was breaking up, we could not hear. I could not hear in the US. They could not also hear in the US.
Have you gotten me well?
Could you hear that in Monrovia?
Yes, we're breaking up.
Hello.
Okay. We heard you partially, Chairman Jethro. We will ask that you put this in writing and publish it in the forum, so anyone who could not hear you should be able to hear you loud and clear. For those who heard the presentation from the Global Women Empowerment Leader in Ghana, that is the special bread that is whetting our appetite here in the United States of America. So you cannot,
I'm not just getting you.
You cannot get that bread. You cannot get a taste of the bread, ladies and gentlemen. You can at least observe it right there. So next, did you have any comment to make on that bread again, Marstella?
No, this is just pastry that we did this morning, bread rolls for breakfast. And I know when I come to Cameroon one day, I think we have a lot to do. Thank you.
Sure.
Right. Let me remind you here that you are not just talking about Cameroon. Be appreciative that those in America, those of us in America are not happy because you only mentioned Cameroon. Where and how can this be made available in the United States?
Okay. Okay. America, one day we will be there. Don't worry.
That's what I want to hear. That's what I want to hear, because there's a place that I can go around. I see Ghanaian yam. Now I see this bread. If you are not looking at this bread and think that you want to get access to it, then I don't know what else can we talk about food security. Thank you so much for a wonderful presentation. And this is vocational. All right. So we will move from Ghana to Any is standing by in, I believe, in Bamenda. Tell us where you are signing in from, Any, and give us your closing remarks.
Good evening.
Okay, good evening, everyone. I'm signing in. I'm in Yaoundé, but precisely I am at work. I enjoy Chairman. I enjoyed the presentation so much. I felt in fact, I felt happy to see that African is going to also become one, also develop, because there are many things that are happening. If it can be developed, then that will really be very good. And also for the pastries, the bread is very good. Vocational training is one of the best trainings so far, because it empowers the community, and it also makes them not to depend only on white collar jobs employment. With that, you can start up a living, and in fact you'll be fine. So I'm very, very happy. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Know that the development of Africa is not going to be done by anyone else. This is the development kickstarting right here. So your power is never to be undertaken for granted. So someone also join in with a cell phone, Samsung A125. You got the floor. Introduce yourself and where you're signing in from. And after that will be followed by Eunice, and then we will conclude with our affiliates in Monrovia. So who is signing in with Samsung? A125U. You got the floor. Okay, somebody is signing in with a cell phone. SS, could you now give us your closing remarks? Oh, okay. Maybe do we say it's a Monrovia? Is that our new member from Monrovia, maybe? Okay, other than that, we'll move on to Eunice. Eunice, you have the floor.
Thank you, Chairman. Good evening, sir. Good evening to everybody present. It has been very interesting listening to your proposals and everything that has been said. And even though I wasn't there at the beginning, like the agenda that you just proposed, but I can see it's very interesting and it's really something to go by. So there is also something I want to inform us present. Today we had a meeting. We had a meeting in our organization, and we were talking on an empowerment workshop next week at the Namo Kwata. Namo Kwata is somewhere about around Mendankwe. So we were talking about going there to do an empowerment training workshop on banana balls and peanut. And we also talked on the ongoing tournaments, which kickstarted today, hosted by the Bamenda City Council. So there are various sports activities, traditional dance, and even traditional games that are currently going on. And our organization has submitted an application to like participate, not participating like coming to support those athletes. And within among these lists to do, we have a peace talk that we are planning to give there. We also have to support especially the ones that are schooling, the students with back to school equipment. So I was hoping that maybe we could do it collaboratively. That's Promised Land Organization and JRCCA. We can work together towards this. I can always, if it is okay with you, Chairman, I can always put the program about everything in the group, and maybe we work together towards that so that we know that while we are doing all that, it will be JRCCA and Promised Land Organization. Thank you, and have a great evening, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you. That falls in line with your request. We recommend that you put that as a SMART goal, action step, and send it through our process. It goes from you to our vice president in charge of formatting SMART goal, Chairman Goosen, and then we'll put that as a motion for the business meeting and vote for next week. Sounds like a plan. Great presentation. Now we'll go to Kuluso. Kuluso, you have the floor.
Yes, good evening, everyone. This is the CEO coming once again to say congratulations. They say in our words, hard work leads to achievement. From the breaking news from Tyrone Rotary Club, Georgia, we see the news that is coming. We sure that is going to be a dream come true. Thank Mr. Gideon, the chairman of JRCCA, for your service in the United States Army, and we hope the dream to throw the Rotary Club of Tyrone is going to be helpful to the people of Africa as a whole, not only Cameroon, Ghana, and it's going to be very helpful for the people of Africa. We appreciate and wait for the D-Day for good things to come to Africa. Thank you. Over.
Does anyone else in Kuluso with the closing remarks?
No, I think that's it.
Okay, thank you. Beautiful. I like the way you are doing this Zoom from Kuluso with no glitch so far. Keep it up and train somebody else to do it exactly like that. Great job. Like they say, you save the best for the last. Is there anyone else beside Monrovia? All right, other than that, we now turn the floor over to Monrovia to conclude this business meeting. Monrovia, you got the floor.
Yeah, thank you, Chairman. Thank you very much for this opportunity. I'm Pastor Gossin, Chairman, JRCCA Library Affiliate, and also VP for Smart Goal and Action Step. Now, I want to use this opportunity to thank our chairman for the honorable work, for the marvelous work that he's doing in order to put things together for that retirement program. All of what you reported, they are very much interesting. So we must commend him for all of the things that he have done. So we say that. But yesterday, I was not on really. I just part in when our chin car, because the transport that brought me from somewhere, it stopped and had to pick a new one. So I took the opportunity yesterday to just pack in on the meeting. And the meeting yesterday, I just spent, 5 minutes and I went off because I took another car to come. But when I got on yesterday, I talked about the meeting that was held Saturday, the 27th of July. And that meeting, we did a lot of things that was really good. We talk about our retirement exercise to continue because we started in July 9. All the way it continues, and we are going to recruit more people on board. Well, in that same meeting, we explained the policy of JRCCA and procedure of JRCCA, how to become members. We told our newcomers, and we told them the regular attendance of Zoom meeting is important to JRCCA. If you will become member, you need to always come online to attend Zoom meeting. Smart goal and action step is our habit. We told them, and one of the major things I would say again, to check and respond to posts on the forum, because if you are a member of the group, you need to check the forum, you need to respond, then we know that you are part of this, and we know. And in that, we told them, we educated them on how to mute and unmute their phone. Also, we talk about the money and the money due payment. Because for every members of JRCCA in Liberia, they are aware that we have to pay our due, money due. Those were the things that we told them and we taught. So as we have come, or I'm sitting today, I believe I'm doing something so that people will understand, because I was hurried out yesterday. Now the meeting has been a good one. Today we approve of 2 things which are very, very much important to us. And we pray that we work on them. So the meeting has been a good one. Thank you very much. I'm going to pass over to our membership director for his closing remark. Mr. Tombo, closing remark, please.
Okay, thank you, Chairman. Hello to every one of you. The meeting has been a very good one. It was fine. We in Liberia will continue with recruitment mobilization. Though the pace is slow, but the people are coming today. We also want to thank the chairman for accepting the recommendation from Ghana because the problem with the error in the head office. That's a good area, and in that way, she will be given a due process. We thank him again for considering her, and we hope that she will improve. We also thank him for taking the organization to another level. Wherever there's a weaknesses, he can take action to make sure that the place is strengthened. Thank you again for the meeting today.
Thank you very much for your closing remark, wonderful closing remark. And I'm going to turn over to Chairman for that from our end. Chairman, it's over to you.
Outstanding closing remarks, outstanding recap report, and your participation yesterday, seizing time out of your busy schedule to step in, even when we were excused from the meeting, say a whole lot about who you are and your leadership. And we greatly appreciate that. I will now call on our JRFI president for her closing remarks.
Thank you, Chairman. It was a very great meeting. Thank you everybody for attending the meeting, and to our women empowerment doing a great job. And we need, if you can send us the recipe for the bread, so that everybody who want to bake the bread or fry it can do it. Thank you all. See you next week.
No problem. I will send you the recipe.
Thank you.
I will put it on the platform, please.
Okay. Just so you know that this is a hands-on program.
Yep.
Where your presence is always going to be needed. Hands-on. That's how we train in JRCCA. Once you send the recipe, you got to make sure you try your best to follow through, to be there as you're doing it in Ghana. We don't just watch you, but we want you to be on the ground as well. So that will be my take. Meanwhile, I have to remind everybody as we close that it's a learning process in JRCCA. We are open to teaching. Our teaching is sustainable. Training is sustainable. That being said, for new members, JRCCA is one of those organizations that mirror the US standard. We do not employ people without training them. We pay people to train them. That's why you must be hearing about stipend. JRCCA is not yet employing people. We rather, first of all, start with paying people to train them. So that's the concept of the stipend for those who are new. Yes, we are that organization that pay people to train them. You might not know this. So the HRD office manager is being paid to learn like any other volunteer. We pay them to learn our system so that if you can learn our system, then you work it out. And that's how we're going to be able to train our professionals. And number two, we process our activity log on the 25th of each month. That is how you earn stipend. So far, on the 25th of each month, we got to receive everybody's activity log with what you have done, your SMART goals, accomplishments. And on the 25th, once we receive it, Human Resource Office Manager is trained to just collect it, and then we go over and review. It's not hard if you are able to follow those basic, simple training tools that we're giving. And then by the 30th or 31st of each month, all of this should have been collected by a Human Resource Office Manager. If the office manager has not received it before the 30th or the 31st of the month, he or she, whoever is hired, is supposed to be making sure that report is up so that on the 1st of each month, we pay the people, the volunteers. But so far, it is the 31st of the month. I've not received that from the Human Resource Office Manager, nor any report to say that he or she has received it or any update. I end on that note that we will be meeting back on Tuesday, and I ask each and everyone to continue to stay safe out there. I enjoy you. I love you guys, and we'll see you soon. We will succeed when we collaborate with good people. Until then, meeting is declared adjourned. Have a wonderful night in Monrovia, Ghana, Cameroon, Bamenda, Yaoundé, and the rest. Bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye, Chairman. Stay blessed.
Bye.
Bless.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.